time to harvest these. I know I said this in the other video. These are leucistic Billy Cock. It's Billy Goat, which is Hillbilly Tons Jack, and Albino Texas PE6. We'll go ahead and get some of these off. I really like doing that. Chunky little guys. This is the smaller ones. Get some good blues in them. Little guy. Little guy. A really little squat that opened up. Fell off while I was picking. That's a pretty one. I'm gonna clone that one. Probably the same as that. You know, the more I look at these may just be albino, not leucistic. That's just, they're turning blue. I don't think those spores are black. So I believe these are just an albino. There's the best cluster of all. That's 3 good ones and a little one. Definitely cloning that one. On those, I've swabbed them all. I'll do some swabs real quick now. And put this one back in. It takes rubber band really worked good to keep the side pins off on this one. I've got some other bags running. I got the wild cubes that I cloned. They're just busting through the sides of the rubber band. They don't care. All right, let's take some swabs and some clones and stuff. All that good stuff. Where is my torch? See, they're ready to go. That cap just ripped apart. All right. Got a little tissue on that one. Maybe I should swab some of the other fruits. I have this one swabbed. It's getting a little old. Swab this fresher fruit right here. Get in front of my fluid. I'm not doing this work properly. I'm just starting to learn to use this fluid. I got it Friday, so it's coming in handy though. 100 plates made, 100 plates cleaned. 100 plates used. I got 4 left, I think. Just enough to take a couple clones. I don't know, you probably know, most of y'all know this, but some of you don't, I'm sure. When you swab, just lightly swab, barely touch the gills, because you're looking to get spores, not gill tissue. You're not trying to get a clone. Now, if you do get some tissue on the end of your spore swab, no sweat. If you have a flow hood, you can leave them sitting out in front of the flow hood for a few days, a day and a half day. Put them in a, your package, let them sit for a while before you use them, and that tissue will die. If you're using them fresh, man, barely swab them. There's millions of spores. You can see a spore, you got thousands. I'll use the other Q-tip in this one. Growing a good cluster, so I'm gonna definitely clone and swab this one. Hopefully we can get this to repeat in the next bag. I mean, I got a pretty full bag on this first parent culture, which is surprising. I did clone a plate pin to another plate and run that, which I was taught that's how you get a culture to fill a bag, because it's a high CO2, low oxygen environment. Unless you're using something like the lightning bags from Olympus Micro, the double filter bags. And, so if it'll fruit in on a plate, it'll smash in a bag. A couple people have told me that, and it seems to work. I mean, this was a parent culture. I've got some other parent cultures that I ran that were very weak. Still weak on the second, on the F1. Generation. It's still kind of weak. They filled the bag a little better. This one I'm talking about was Orion's Belt. I believe it doesn't like a lot of fresh air or oxygen, so I covered the single filter bag with a layer of paper tape, microfoil tape, and the second flush filled out the whole bag, pretty much. Way better than the first one. So yeah, I think I just need to do that on the next grow to get them kind of throwing a little bit of a canopy. And then I also cloned a massive cluster that was on the side of the bag. I believe they were side pinning like that because of them liking the low oxygen, high CO2 environment. That's what made me think about covering the filter. And it seemed to work. Don't ever be scared to experiment. It's not all cut and dry when it comes to mushrooms. That's one thing I love about it. There's 100 different ways, hell, 1,000 different ways, excuse my language, 1,000 different ways to get the same results. It's what works for you. You find something that works for you and you vibe with that, and you're going to do good. You start trying to, add this tech, that tech, complementary, whatever, that. It may work, you may get some success, but find what works for you and stick with it. for me, the only grains I seem to be able to keep clean and have success with is popcorn. I can't do anything with I tried wheat berries, lost every bag. I mean every jar. No, take it back. I got like 1 or 2 jars out of 10 was to get clean. I assume they just were dirty grains that didn't make it through. I PC'd them an hour and a half at 15 psi. They didn't make it. I guess, I mean, the trike or whatever it was, I forget what they lost them to, maybe bacteria. Obviously made it through that. Or you're right, it could have been when I was inoculated, but I've never had that kind of a bad luck. Even open air doing like I've been doing for a long time. Never had that kind of luck. Alright. I'm going to throw a clone or 2 down on the plate. We're going to move on. When I'm doing clones, I like to take a small piece. I know using tweezers is kind of tough sometimes. Still like to take a small piece so I don't, less chance of bringing contam over with it. Right about like that. Always reflame sterilize, even if it's the same mushroom you're cloning. Just clean, man. Be clean. It's the key. Cleanliness is next to godliness or something like that, don't they say? I don't know. Not really into all that. It's spiritual, but I don't know. I don't know if we call that religious. Alright, we got a big Billy Cock clone. Try to label like the size of the fruit and like what it looks like. This one had wavy caps. The others kind of have straight caps. Might have opened up if I gave them time, but I'm gonna still put wavy cap on this. And the fact that it was the largest fruit. Alright, we'll clone one more and move on. Probably this guy right here. Like that, so I like clone. Don't really need much more than that. Alright, I'm gonna use my last plate. That kills 100. Wipe it off first. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Peace.